Good evening, everyone. My name's Nick Snowden. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Excellent. Apologies first for the state of my voice. I've been auditioning for Star Wars roles as Darth Vader and Habit I Can't Kick. So nothing new there. But so welcome to the second MBA Summit. It's great to see a scattering of the people that are due to attend over the weekend, and looking forward to a fantastic series of speeches, interviews, fireside chats, and other entertainment.
And you know,
we want to start though by introducing ourselves. Myself, Nick Snowden, as the MBA Director.
and myself, Suzanne Smit, as the Program Leader for the Distance Learning MBA.
And we're going to tell you just a little bit about what's happened to your program that you've taken part in over the years, over the last year or so. So won't take long, but we thought it'd be an interesting journey for you to see what we've been through. So we're going to start by looking at the key achievements over the past year or so. We'll then talk about the refresh to the programme. That sort of includes what we're going to do in terms of added value that alumni and current students will be having access to, and then a particular development that we're announcing really in the area of BA events. More of that later. So Suzanne, do you want to talk us?
So key achievements, that goes hand in hand with blood, sweat and tears really, is our reaccreditation of all three accrediting bodies, Aquis, AACSB, and the big one, AMBA. So it's been a very long 12 months, a lot of paperwork.
And not over yet. We have small business charter coming. This is at a school level in the next couple of weeks. So yeah.
But just at Ofsted as well.
Yes.
But those are the three that we really care about. So the good news is we are fully reaccredited. We are again shown to be one of the highest quality MBAs globally. Number one in the world for value for money. We've been at that spot for many years. What we have achieved is number one in the world for ESG and net zero teaching. That's the first time we've achieved that. And we will be maintaining that position.
Largely down to your good self.
A fantastic team teaching on the economy program. Number four in the world for international mobility and also overall MBA satisfaction. So we of course want that number to go up. And part of that number is to meet and engage with you, to get your feedback, your ideas about how to make this program great. And over the last year, that's what we've been doing. It's chatting to our current students, our alumni, our industry advisors, to understand how we can make this program better, take it to that next level and future-proof it.
So that led us to a program involvement of AMBA and talking to students and talking to staff and looking at the market, encouraged to look at specialising in three key areas. So those being areas of strength within the school. AI, as those of you that have been here through today's sessions will already have seen the forefront of education in this area. We're also got clear specialisms in entrepreneurship and the BREE initiative that we have going now is evidence of that. And of course, we've got the sustainability, which we're extending to be more influential across the whole of the MBA program.
And although we do have these three streams as separate clusters, we also recognize that they are very interconnected. So throughout our core modules, there will be connections between AI, sustainability, entrepreneurship as you move through the program as well. So management projects. These are challenging. They're now going to be a 40 credit management project, which is slightly less word count. There's going to be a 6-month introduction period where you learn how to do literature searches, methodologies, how to write a thesis. But there's also a new variety of categories for you to pursue. So there's the traditional thesis. There will also be a business plan format, a consultancy project format, a B Corp application format. So quite a new, much more applied way of making your project work for you in your career.
The intention that they really do add value to your career and your organisation, that hopefully are supporting you and moving you through your career. So the second area is around electives or optional modules. Thank you. Far more optional modules. Not all will run, but they will. There's a lot more to choose from. We also will be introducing optional modules in the first year, so we'll be able to compress the first year that for those that want to once we get those up and running.
So for those currently studying, that means your 10-week course becomes an 8-week course with breaks between modules. Assignments being finished before you start a new module, and no classes or assignments of December.
Yeah. So everybody gets a break, a proper rest from studying, rather than it being this treadmill that you don't seem to be able to get off and don't have time to reflect on. And then the third area
is around skills. So we're tackling this from various perspectives. We appreciate and understand that many of you haven't been in formal education for quite a while and maybe need a little bit more guidance getting back into how to write an assignment, how to do literature searches and things like that. So it'll actually become very much part of that first course that you do before you even register for anything else, to help you along, just getting back into academia and knowing how to make the best of your study journey.
And that will then evolve into, that will move into effectively a skills balanced scorecard, which will get you to reflect on the skills that you have, the skills that you need. And there'll be events, continuous professional development events, the sort of work that Bev and her team does with the careers team, that you'll be able to opt into and out of. You'll construct your own path through the year, 2 years program, whereby you'll take advantage of what's on offer. So very much sort of self-constructed in that sense. So yes, truth be known, we still have to design that balanced scorecard, but it's on its way. So then there's the added value dimension that we've tried to put more focus on.
Very exciting. We've been speaking to a number of universities in different global regions. As you know, we currently have the agreement with Toulouse. We're working on 2 more geographical regions, at least 2, and these will be for your optional modules, which means you can travel to those and really just expand your horizons and your engagement with other students as well.
We've then actually, this is very hot off the press. I was seeking confirmation. Perlico is our new partner for textbooks. So instead of getting one textbook, effectively are signed up by us for a Netflix of textbooks. And there will be, I'm told, a discount for alumni. So they've yet to tell us what that is, but it is. It means you will have continuous access to a huge range, literally millions of textbooks, resources that they provide at a discounted rate, so you can keep up to date, keep accessing new materials, new areas of interest as they arise.
And for current students, that also means that if you are enrolled onto a course, you can actually look around and see what other resources are available if you wanted to do further reading yourself as well. Because I know you love reading.
So then there's the CPD offer that we've already been revising. Those of you that are engaged with the career service and the skills teams in the university, we've been accrediting those courses, those short courses with CPD, the organisation. That will continue, so that portfolio will continue to grow. But we're also offering the Google, we've got to get the words in the right order, Google Digital Cloud Leader. And we are in negotiations with the Project Management Institute to offer their accreditation. So you can build all of these additional areas of CPD as you go through the program, and as a gift to you, you will be able to come back and do these with as alumni. Sorry, I'm blocking the screen there. So alumni, we are looking at the details of this, how we can make this work. As you know, you get 5 years of free access to the career service and that side of continuous professional development. We hope to be able to do something very similar with the new elective modules and the other CPD that is coming on stream once this new program is, to be honest, properly validated. We're not quite there yet. We've got another round of approvals to get, but that's the intention, that you will get access to that. Alumni events. So alumni become a much more important aspect of what we offer. We want you to continue to be engaged. We want you to keep coming back to events like this, and we want you to keep coming back and hopefully continuing your learning journey with us. So that's where we're going with the program. So the final area is the academics. And maybe we should have a show of hands. Who's heard of B Labs?
Or B Corps?
B Corps. Francis, you don't care. Francis has had B Labs, B Corps, B Academics thrown at him on a daily basis by myself and Suzanne. So it's not completely new to people in the room. We thought it was basically it is a global movement which is trying to change the way in which organizations view business.
You could potentially say that B Labs is to corporations what fair trade is to coffee.
So well remembered. I've forgotten that. You knew. Yeah, so the structure it is that B Labs certify B Corps, B corporations, and they have created a sort of sister organisation or series of organisations, independent but allied to both B Corps and B Labs, and that's B Academics.
There's a lot of things in there.
And we have been given support from the faculty to initiate the process of creating B Labs UK, which we're very excited about. What did I say? I apologise.
There isn't B Labs UK, there is no B Academics UK. And I think it's probably worth mentioning why it's important. So there's over 8,000 organisations registered as B Corps, certified as B Corps globally, of which more than a quarter are in the UK alone. So UK is the fastest growing market for increasing their visibility in terms of sustainability and responsible management.
Thanks. And so we feel it's important that we provide a gateway to that, and so B Academics will actually be where they exist, and it's not as widespread as we actually thought. It's quite embryonic in its development. Obviously in the States, Switzerland, Spain, I think there was one in Australia or Southern Hemisphere. And they create opportunities for academics and students to interact, to be trained, to get accreditations, and jobs, for job offers. So really quite excited about that. It is, this is the vision, mission, purpose to make business a force for good. The B Impact Assessment is the route to becoming a B Corp, and we hope that B Academics will support companies in achieving that and lead towards this, in a way, more sustainable, more just way of doing business, which, as I'm sure you know by now, is completely consistent with our vision of the university, is consistent with our purpose as an MBA, which is to do well by doing good. So hopefully when that happens, it won't be long, you'll see an opportunity to become involved. And if there's anything you want to ask or clarification on the question, any of this, the presentation that you've seen from myself and Suzanne, please feel free to ask now or use the WhatsApp. And maybe Francis can shout them out if there are any other. Any questions? Anybody want to sign up again?
Oh, well, I should sign up again because I graduated 40 years ago today. This year.
No way.
So it's changed out of all.
14 maybe.
It's changed out of all proportion. And I've worked here a long time, I did, so I know the various evolutions that we've had. But I think it's really interesting. I think the skill development is something that is like, you know, you may do, you don't leave an MBA as a fully formed anything. You know, in fact, it's probably thrown you back with all the stuff that you realise you didn't know and things you should be doing. And it's a start of a journey. And it's very hard to get continued professional development sometimes. If your organisation doesn't provide it, it can be hard to find the things that you want. So I think the fact that you're doing that and that alumni can access that, because that would be my biggest complaint. I've only really, you know, the MBA Summit started last year. Before that.
So the final scorecard idea, this fact that you look at lots of different aspects of your career and where the gaps are. I think it's fundamental in terms of changing the mindset of MBA graduates and MBA students to one that is more reflective, is more appreciative of where there are gaps and strengths are, rather than just maybe assuming that because you're on an MBA that's supposed to be comprehensive, everything you need is covered. And you know, skills development is different to topic knowledge and topic expertise. You know, it'd be really difficult to justify, I think, having a module on something like presentation skills. But, you know, how many people know how to do a really good presentation? Certainly not Francis. And how many people need to do good presentations? It's fundamental if you're in the boardroom. So that's, you know, that type of skill will be included in this approach. So yeah, thanks for that. Any more?
If I may. So first of all, I think it's always good to see that there's further evolution. So thank you very much. And we were already kind of, let's say, cheating that, let's say, why didn't that happen to us? But that's a different question. So then on the reduction of, let's say, the credits for the management project, what led to this decision and what does it do in terms of competitiveness or comparability to other universities?
We always used to have 40 credits dissertation or management project. So in that sense, it wasn't so different. What worried us in particular about the management project as it was that there was no particular, the research skills in particular were not as thorough as we would have liked. We felt that, you know, if one of the key learnings that you should get from that project is not the outcome of, you know, what you find, it's that process of researching, finding out what is important to a particular topic, question, problem in a responsible, reliable, verifiable way. And so we wanted a module that focused on, you know, translating fundamentally academic skills into business focused, you know, really applied skills that you can take and do research properly in a business context.
I would add to that in reality, if you are writing a business report, you don't have 15,000 words. It tends to be a much shortened version, abbreviated. So being able to write succinctly is quite an important skill. So we've decided to spend more time on the front end, explaining how the process works and making sure that everyone, regardless of their mentor and their specific field that they're working in, that they will get the same kind of understanding of the process, so that by the time they get to the writing, they can just get to the core of what it is that they want to do.
I appreciate the changes. I think they were probably, you know, will always be that, you know, as media systems are brilliant. But I was wondering to what extent business has influenced the changes, or what does that connection look like? Because we've obviously had, you know, different listing groups, so there could be people on the course. But what level of interaction, you know, the people on sponsorship to their businesses, have you engaged with industry around you?
We have regular industry advisory board meetings. These proposals were discussed with them. We regularly counsel, seek counsel, I should say, from, you know, our business context. What is it that they want? What is it that you know, perhaps is lacking? And you know, so in various forums this happens, mostly informal, with the exception of the 3 times. We have the industry advisory boards. There's 3 for faculty, 3 for the MBA. So that's the predominant sort of feedback from
well as
industry.
the alumni.
Yeah, exactly. From industry that is not directly involved. So, you know, every member of the MBA is a business person. And so, you know, when we've fed this back to through staff meetings, through informal chats, the response has been really positive. Good. Thank you.